If you have lookup tables that are large and require frequent updates, you might want to use Splunk's App Key Value Store. The App Key Value Store, or KV Store, in Splunk Enterprise provides a way to store and retrieve data within Splunk apps. Data is stored in collections of key value pairs. These are similar to a database table, where each record has a unique key. Collections are defined by a Splunk admin in the local directory of an app using the collections.com file. To use as a lookup, they must have at least 2 fields with one field that will match values in your event data. Here is what our API tokens configuration would look like. The stanza name is the name of our lookup. Using the enforce types directive, we tell Splunk to only allow data types that match our field definitions. We define our fields and give them a type. Being able to set types for fields is another advantage of KV Store that you don't get with a lookup file. Once a collection is defined, values are most commonly populated by Splunk app developers. This is done by posting JSON data through the Splunk REST API. They can also be populated using the output lookup command from a search. Here we have an example of creating a lookup definition, providing it a name, and a type for the lookup. In this case, we're specifying the type as KV Store and providing the name of the KV Store collection that an admin has defined within a collections.com file, followed by the list of supported fields that will be used by the lookup. And then we can apply a few advanced lookup options, such as filtering a set of values if we're only interested in, let's say, the customer IDs that fall within a range greater than 500 and begin with a customer name value of P. Now, once the lookup definition is created, we can populate that KV store using the output lookup command followed by the lookup definition name and write the search results into that KV store collection. We have 2 main methods for populating a KV store. First option is using the output lookup command in your SPL. Second option is utilizing the Splunk REST API. In this example, we can see we're using a curl command to populate the KV store lookup using the Splunk REST API. Now, in terms of the output lookup command, you must have access to the collection in order to write results using the output lookup command. And comparing CSV files to the KV store, as mentioned earlier, the KV store is going to be helpful for really large lookups. We can perform per record updates, whereas a CSV file will be required to load the entire contents of that CSV file, update it, resave it, whereas KV Store allows for per record updates, enforcement of data types. We can provide REST API access. And along with that, we can go ahead and allow for multi-user access locking. One difference in terms of file-based CSV and KV Store is the CSV file supports case-insensitive field lookups. KV Store does not.